Let's turn on the comments first so I can see as people coming in up top. Yeah, there you go. All right, all right. What up, party people? What up? What up? What up? So I got shout out to my Instagram folks. I got my Instagram folks checking this one out. All right, so we're about to get ready to start tonight's men's panel, barbershop talk, a men's panel from a men's perspective. I got my guys with me. Everybody's checked in. We've done our sound check. We're about to get started. So once again, thanks everybody for joining us. Uh-oh, what happened to my feed? Uh-oh, there we go. We back. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining us, the men's panel barbershop talk, where we just have conversations and like-minded people, but from a different perspective, from the guy's perspective, just like we're at the barbershop. So no holds barred. So like I keep saying this, ladies, y'all get your pen and pad. If you want some insight, you want to take some notes, you might want to do that tonight. So again, thanks again. If you haven't, like and subscribe to Ages and Stages, the channel, as well as I told you all last week, me and Simone and I have a new channel entitled Ready to Wed, TWO, Ready to Wed. It is on YouTube, and we're going to show exclusive wedding content leading up to the wedding. We do have the wedding planned. We do have a date. We're going to share that with all of our friends and family on Ready to Wed, TWO. So go over there and like and subscribe to that now. All right. So without further ado, we're going to give me about 30 seconds. I'm going to bring my guys in, and we're just going to have a good time, and hopefully you all enjoy it. Let's do it. It's on brand. Yeah, there you go. Boom. I'm about to pull this drink up now. And then go down, maybe. It's on brand. Just scroll that part down. There you go. And then where's it at? Back below. There it is, down there. Below. Keep going. Up. Countdown. All right. All right, so without further ado, let me bring my guys in. I'm gonna bring my guys in individually. I'm gonna go with the OGs. First from Ready to Love Potomac, I'm gonna go Tori to the building. Let's welcome Tori to the chat, to the barbershop. What's up, Tori? Welcome in.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Thank you so much for joining us. And your castmate, another OG. Y'all are veterans now. Let's bring in Demetrius from Ready to Love Potomac. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
What's good? How y'all doing?
We're going good, man. I see you always sharp and clean, man.
Hey,
so I
I'm saying? Hey,
I knew
clean
you gonna come with it.
Godliness, man.
Yeah, I love it. All right, and then we're gonna bring in our two rookies, man, to the scene. Let's bring in Randall from Ready to Love Miami.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, Randall? How are you, man?
I'm coolin', man. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for joining us, man. And last but not least, let's bring in my guy Swayze.
Yo,
what's
up, good, fella? What's good?
How are you, man? You
good,
fresh
man.
off a DR trip, right? Where'd you go?
I just got back from Puerto Rico a couple hours ago.
Puerto Rico. So if you don't know Swayze was on the recent show of Ready to Love Potomac. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is the men's panel barbershop talk on the Ages and Stages podcast. Remember, for those of you at home, you can take us now on the road with you. We are now available on all podcasting platforms. So wherever you get your podcast, go ahead and get that and follow us and keep us on the road with you, and then continue to support Ages and Stages. But man, my guys, so I think I've only met Tori in person, but I've had an opportunity to chat with all you guys, man. So if you haven't met each other, y'all can say y'all's, good wishes and things of that nature, and we'll get started.
How fellas doing, man?
Pleasure meeting y'all.
Yeah, man.
I know it's been a long road for y'all.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. And we'll definitely let everybody know what you guys got going on. towards the end of the show, I want to, use this platform to promote whatever you guys got going on. But let's start where it all started for us. We're all brothers and related to Ready to Love, the empire or the franchise of Ready to Love. That's what we got this platform for. So, we give homage to Ready to Love, but we're so much more than that. So let's have a quick Ready to Love follow-up. I'm going to start with my OGs. And Tori, tell us how life has been after the show. What have you done since then? Are you in a relationship? Are you dating? What's the status of all that good stuff?
Dating. And as for what I've been doing after the show, just really been focused on investments, like different type of investments, real estate mostly, as everybody know I do. And now I'm trying to, which I need to holler at you. I'm trying to get into the rental-car business. So it's some things that I've been on the works with the rental-car business. I'm trying to get that set up with the insurance and the cars and the location. Cause DC is kind of like, you got to have like different locations in DC. So.
Right. For sure. Yeah, I definitely got you on the car side. Anything you need.
Got you.
It's kind of fading on. I'm having a hard time hearing the last part. I think it's a little delay with Tori. So let's move on to Demetrius. Demetrius, thank you for joining us. Ready to Love Potomac. How's life been after the show? Is there a lady in your life? Are you open? What's going on? How's life?
Life has been good, man. I have no complaints. After the show, just got back to, ready for real life. You know what I mean? Just living, working, family time, doing the norm, just getting out of the camera and the limelight. I am in a relationship, super dope lady, super dope woman, super dope. Happy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just living life, man, just enjoying life, man.
That's what's up, man. So how long you been in a new relationship?
Going on a year now. It'll be a year in February.
Wow. Congrats, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Congrats. All right. That's what's up. Okay. You seeing it long term? Is that the plan? I know.
Oh, for sure. It's it's going down your lane, you know what I'm saying? Soon. Yeah.
That's what's up. Respect.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Respect. Cool, man. So, all right. So Randall, let's bring Randall in. So Randall is from Ready to Love Miami. Randall, you did leave the show with Jamila, and we saw the reunion. You were kind of dating, but you were kind of open. So give us an update of where you and Jamila, or what's going on there, or you in a relationship? What's the status?
We're dating, man. I just got off the phone with her. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
Okay, you just got the phone with Jamila?
Yeah, Jamala.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jamala, sorry. Jamala. Yeah, look at you. Correct me, man.
But no, life's been good though. I can't complain. Just trying to get back to the norm. I'm not gonna lie, things was kind of crazy coming off of that show, but I did love the experience. Now I'm just getting back to me.
Okay, we're having a little bit of delay. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. Let me see. All right, try that again, Randall. We didn't hear you towards the end.
I said, I just getting back to life, really. Back into my fitness journey, back to business. Just really putting more back into me, honestly.
Okay, good, man. I love to hear that. And last but not least, my guy, Swayze. Am I saying that right, Swayze?
Yeah, no, you said it right.
All right, cool. So Swayze was also on Ready to Love Miami, and he left with his young lady, and they rode off into the sunset, man. I've been watching your IG page, man. Y'all been traveling and everything. Remind me of her name again. I'm sorry. Kadian, that's right. Kadian, yep. Beautiful Kadian. Yep. I see y'all living life, man. So how's the relationship, man? How's things going?
Man, things going well. Like any relationship, you're going to have your hiccups, disagreements and stuff like that. But for the most part, we always seem to seek back to our right space of mind, And
I love it.
It's been great for the most part. It's been kind of funny because we notice everybody noticing us everywhere we go. Like
it's
no
wild.
Matter which country we was at, somebody noticed. And it's like, I don't watch TV, so I was kind of shocked by people noticing. I'm like, hey, you really watch TV? Like, you know what I mean? But it's been cool, and everything else been just, slow motion. Slow motion better than no motion. Just trying to get back with the thing, just like everybody else.
Yeah. No, I completely understand, man. It kind of threw me. I bet all you guys can attest to this. Like, I'd just living my normal life after the show, right? And then you see these people recognize you. It's like, what? Like, you don't think about it. I'm just being my normal Rashid, and you just go places out of town, out of the country, people recognize you. So it's pretty cool. but it's kind of weird to try to get used to that because that's our new normal now, you know. So it's a little difficult. All right, well, good, man. Well, thank you guys for that, and let's jump right into it, man. Let's jump to some current stuff, man. So, man, my boy Puffy, aka Love, man, is out here spreading the love, you know. So he allegedly has a baby on the way. So that news broke recently, and it's a young lady from not the young ladies that we have heard that he's been dating. So let me show you this news flash right here. That came across the wire. All right, so that's the alleged baby moms right there. The new chick, she's like 28, and then Young Miami talking about she not bothered. Basically, I'm good. I ain't no side chick at all. Never been one. So, with that said, what are you guys' thoughts on Puff? I heard Puff talk a lot about his relationships. When I heard the dude was having another baby, I've always heard that he likes to have kids. He looks like a great dad. Looks like he enjoys it. But being this public guy in the limelight, this whole new Puffy stuff, the baby news, and now Young Miami's jumping into it. What are y'all thoughts on Puffy and the whole situation?
I'll start. I feel like it's always been said to me, if a man and a woman make their own choices and a man can afford it, let them live their own life. I can't judge him for living. Right. If he can afford all 27 or 30 kids, let him do him. I mean, they don't have a problem with it. So
right. He's trying to enter that Nick Cannon.
The only thing I see with that, Tori, I agree with you on that piece right there, right? But also you gotta look at the aspect of, you having, all those kids, are you gonna be able to be there for all of those kids? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it from that perspective of, he got the money to do whatever he need to do. I'm not judging, do your thing. I'm just saying it's like when you do that, you know what I'm saying, are you gonna be there, you know what I'm saying, for the child like you need to be? That's my only thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can agree with that. From online, it looks like he's always there for his kids. But that's, like you said, social media is a whole different thing than living into somebody's life.
For sure.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you guys said, like, me and my girl was talking to two things that's hard with having a kid is time and money. You know what I mean? Like both of you guys said. But coming from a guy like that, you know what I mean? He's super rich. Like, he has the time and the money. He don't have to work no more if he want to. He could spend every day with his kids. His money right for him. So, you know what I mean? Now, do it look good? Being honest, it don't look good, man. You too old to be running around having kids by all these little young girls like that, bro. You gotta, you know what I mean? At one point, you gotta tighten up. But hey, who could tell him what to do? He got money. That's how, at the end of the day, that's all over the results too.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. Randall, you have any thoughts on the subject?
Yeah, like how he finished, how my man just finished Swayze. Like, he's super rich. Like, this man knows exactly what he's doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not bothering him at all. He can afford it. Like, so it's kind of hard to sit back in my shoes and judge how much time he spent with his kids. You get what I'm saying? All I say is that I hope that he's giving everybody the time, and like his kids do have two parents. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, as long as he can afford it and take care of his kids, I got nothing to say.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, everybody lives their life in their own way. Who are we to judge? I'm not a perfect person at all. I agree with Demetrius. It's great. And most of you guys as well, with the money aspect, you can afford it, but are you there? Are you present? Because presence isn't present.
Right.
So, and we all, I have a son, and it's extremely important in my life, in my family, in my life, the way I live. He's not under my roof every day, but he's damn near like, if any way a child could be with the non-custodial parent that's not under the roof, it's with me. Like, you understand, like, it's almost 50-50. And the fact that he's doing all that he does, I don't know if the kids are all going to be in the same state, same city. You got to be able to pour that time in them because, money and privilege can't raise your kids. So I definitely see both aspects of it. But again, they live in life and stuff happens. So, it is what it is. But with that being said, that leads me into my next topic. All right. So let's make sure we have it. Let's make sure we have it on the brand over there. So that being said, I want y'all to hear this from Dr. Ume, who just spoke on this the other day with Charlemagne the God. Let's listen.
That you have more than one wife. I don't know if that's true or not.
I've never been married.
Oh, okay. That wasn't.
But I will have 2 queens.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So is polygamy more realistic?
I think we have to understand that monogamy is not natural to alpha males. Within the animal kingdom, the alphas tend to have more than one spouse. And if you also look at women, as much as they may chide polygyny, many women will date an alpha male with another woman if she's attracted to him. Just look at the amount of women who date married men, but at the same time say they're against plural marriage.
All right, were you able to hear that, guys?
No.
Nobody heard that one?
I caught the last
No.
one.
I heard it.
I heard it.
Okay, cool. So let's go back to up top. Let's see if we play it one more time.
That you have more than one wife. I don't know if that's true or not.
I've never been married.
Oh, okay. That wasn't.
But I will have 2 queens.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So is polygamy more realistic?
I think we have to understand that monogamy is not natural to alpha males. Within the animal kingdom, the alphas tend to have more than one spouse. And if you also look at women, as much as they may chide polygyny, many women will date an alpha male with another woman if she's attracted to him. Just look at the amount of women who date married men, but at the same time say they're against plural marriage.
Whoa, he said a whole lot there, a whole lot. So hopefully you guys heard that. Let's go ahead and get into the conversation. So basically, if you didn't, in a nutshell, and shout out to the Working Man podcast for that clip, the Working Man podcast. Y'all make sure y'all support them and check them out. So Dr. Umar says monogamy is not natural. And then he also talked about, look at the evidence of women dating married men. So he said a whole lot there. And it's funny that we piggyback that right off of Puffy. So I would love to hear y'all's perspective on what he said, your response to that, and your overall thoughts. Who wants to?
I'll start this time.
Go ahead. You go, Swayze. Go ahead.
Sure?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different. If I'm married, I'm married. I'm a faithful man. I am not going to be sleeping around my wife. That's my wife. She represents me. I represent her. I don't want her running around looking like a bird and I'm out here cheating and doing this. You know what I mean? Because they're going to respect your wife. They're going to treat your wife just like they treat you. You know what I mean? I don't want no other woman laughing in my wife's face because I'm cheating around. You know what I mean? Doing that, and now your wife looking funny. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with dating multiple women if you want, but I think you just rather just be single and just let them know. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't compare. I mean, I respect the dude, the doctor dude, whatever. I respect him. I don't watch him often, but I respect him. I respect everybody, first of all. But you can't compare human to animals at that aspect.
Right.
You know what I mean? You compare it to animal, like the animal kingdom. Bro, I'm not an animal. So, I mean, hey, to each his own, but that's just my thoughts on it when it comes to that.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha. I respect that. Go ahead, Demetrius.
I agree with that. But I think like Dr. that says monogamy is not natural. I get that statement right there, right? Because we all have choices in this world, right? So as a man that's in a relationship or a man that's married, you're choosing to be with that woman or you're choosing to make that woman your wife. So you got to exercise the discipline within yourself. You know, if you're saying that's your innate nature or you're saying it's not natural, you have to make that choice and have the discipline within yourself to be like, hey, I'm choosing her and this is the person that I want to build my future with or go along through life with. So it's a choice that we have to make. You know what I'm saying? We can't say, like you just said, it's what you just said, can't compare it to prove your point. You can't compare us to animals. You know what I mean? Like that's just trying to prove your point. So I just think that we just have to make a choice, and it's just that exercise that discipline within you to be like, yo, I'm a one woman man. This is what I'm choosing to do. And then, like you said, so you said, if you don't want to do that, say that. You know what I'm saying? So let them know. Just be honest.
And I can imagine 2 women though. I'm being real. Oh no.
You took the word out of my mouth. So I'll let the other guys speak on it, and then I'll give my perspective. Go ahead, Tori.
So to capitalize on what Demetrius said, I think the biggest factor what he said that people need to understand: 1, be honest of what you want. 2, choice. I believe, like personally, I've been in situations where I've dated women and we have a friend, you know what I'm saying, a female friend. I've been in a completely and I've been in a completely monogamous situation. And it is a choice that I choose to do in that situation based on the individual I'm dealing with. And, you know, I think communicating your wants from the beginning, because people lie. That's the issue. People lie about themselves, lie about the things they want. They lie about, you know, communicating, you know, as a want, or them not being ready. Because, you know, you see all the time, people got open relationships, people got monogamous relationships, people got polyamorous relationships. But, you know, the biggest factor is communicating with your partner and telling them up front, this is me,
100%.
This is what I want. And you know what? You'll be amazed. Most people will accept anything as long as you're honest. A lot of people will accept a lot just by respecting you to say, this is what I want. And so, as to capitalize on what he said on the clip, I don't think that's necessarily 100% true. I think like Demetrius said, it's a choice. You know, you choose to be that. That's your culture to be monogamous in one person. And if it's your culture to have a polyamorous relationship, that's your culture. I respect your culture. I can't tell somebody what is right and what is wrong. It's just what's right for me.
Got you. What you got, Randall?
For whatever reason, I couldn't hear the clip, but I can see it.
Okay.
So I'm just basing off of what I'm hearing, and to compare us to animals just to prove your point is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's old school. You know, you can all find that little shred that we come from animal kingdom.
Right.
I respect Umar, man, but he do a lot of that. Like, he goes far and beyond just to prove his point. Like, he'll find any information to skew it. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, like, what separates us from the animals anyway is our intelligence, right? The intelligence to be able to voice, right? So that's the truth. And to me, like, wife, like, that's sacred, right? Like, somebody touch your wife, like, behind your back, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a big deal. So because of that, like, if I'm gonna get into a marriage situation, that's sacred grounds. I can't expect her to do what I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, the choice has been made for
100%.
And right before you go, Rashid, I just want to, like, I always say it to myself. I always say, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I tell myself in a lot of different situations or whatever. Like, hey, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? But should I do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think people need to understand.
Yeah. Now, if that's his culture, okay. If that's his culture, I understand that. That's what you want to do. I clearly understand that. But that's just not. I'm just saying my point of view as part of me.
Yeah.
It all comes down to a choice, man. We all make
choices. Yeah. And I agree. I agree with you guys, man. I've always been a one-woman guy. That's just how I operate. You could ask, it's so funny. My friends from like high school and college, and they see me now and they're like, you always been that way. Like, always that guy. Like, even when I wasn't in a committed relationship, I didn't like run a bunch of women. Like, you did, like, in college, playing ball and doing all this, you know, because you could, but it necessarily wasn't my thing. Because one, I mean, like Swayze said, you have to, that's exhausting. Who wants to do that, to keep up with multiple women? And then it's just a lot. So for me, I protect my peace, and I have to have my peace, and the person is my sounding board that I can come home to and be vulnerable with. It would be hard for me to share that energy with multiple people, because if we are in some sort of relationship like that, then I need you to be equally yoked with my partner, and I can't. That won't work for me. And the thing that on the other side of it, you hear about people in these type of relationships. I just think the most important thing is just honesty, like we've all have said on here, and everybody's saying in the panel. If you lay the ground rules and the person knows what it is, then it's their choice to rock with you or not. Right. Like, there's nothing hidden. What I can't respect, and we've all know guys like this and been around, what I can't respect is the guys walking, I'm a player, I got these women, this, that, and the third, I'm doing this and that. But you hiding clothes in your trunk, you got 2 phones, and you lying and got women's names saved in your phone as a man's name. You ain't no player, that ain't, you lying. Like, so let's keep it 100. I don't respect that. If you have a set of women in a relationship that understand from the gate what it is, and they're okay with it, hey, y'all have fun, y'all do what you do. That's just not for me. I can't do it. That's exhausting, expensive, you name it. I ain't trying to do none of that.
I just don't like I just don't like to degrade a woman like that for the most part. You know what I mean? I want to treat her like a queen. You know, I have a daughter. You know what I mean? I don't want another man having another wife with my daughter.
Right.
So
let me ask the flip side of this. He said something at the end. He said, "What about the women who deal?" I'm sorry, Swayze. He goes in and out. I hate to keep cutting you off. I can't hear you. My apologies.
No, you good. You didn't cut me off. I guess it was just lagging.
So when you talk, then it keeps looking at me like you're talking. Okay, got you. My bad. So what I would say is, what's the other side of that? The women who sleep with married men. Okay. So it was the implication that they know he's married, but what if the other one doesn't? Because let's keep it a buck. There's many women out there that are sleeping with married men who know that they're married and know that that wife does not know. So what do we say to that aspect of it? Because that was the other part of his point.
I mean, I don't want to speak for women, but I look at it like this. I look at it like there's a lot of women that don't want to be number one. They don't want to have the headache of dealing with a guy on an everyday, consistent basis. You know what I mean? They just want to get the perks of, you know, somewhat being in a relationship without the full commitment. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be for real. In 2022, you have some women that think just like men. You know what I mean? So that's just being real. You know what I mean? And they don't want the commitment. You know what I'm saying? So there's those type of women. So I think from that aspect, you know what I'm saying, those are those type of women. They don't want the commitment. They like being number two. They don't want the headache of dealing with him every day. They get the perks of wife, going out to dinner, vacations, you know, hotel rooms, whatever. But they don't want the everyday headache of being with that guy. You know what I mean?
I honestly think.
Well, Carisha says she's no number two.
I honestly think too, when women do that, I think those women are scared to just trust a man and find a man for themselves. So they look for a man that's already locked down, that's used to being locked down, and try to take that man from that woman and try to lock him down. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they looking at this guy, okay, I know he know how to settle down, so I ain't got to worry about it. You know what I mean? So they go into trying to stir him their way to make them be the number one. Instead of just going out there getting your own man and trusting him and learning him and making him settle down. So they try to look for a man that's already settled down because they just know for a fact that he knows how to settle down.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
That makes sense for sure.
I got another lane for you. Like, hurt people hurt people. You know that line? Like you hear it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these times the women be hurt. Like they done got disrespected or degraded in their own relationships that they were in, or they put all their energy into and they just broke it off of that. So now they just want to rampage. You get what I'm saying? Whole phase or whatever they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how old they are at that point, how they name that. But now they're not even worried about being in a relationship. They rather take somebody else's, or it makes them feel better to feel like they could take somebody else's man from them.
Right.
And so
that's so wild to me, man. But like we all know and have heard, there are definitely people out there like that on both sides, men and women.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So all right, well, I appreciate you guys' perspective on that. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. First of all, anybody, what y'all sipping on tonight? I'm sorry to ask. Anybody sipping on anything tonight?
Belvedere.
I got.
I'm sipping on water.
Water? Oh yeah, you're a workout buff, man. I'll let you. Alkaline water, pH balance 10,000. What's that? What is that, Demetrius?
This Basil Hayden, man.
Okay.
Yeah, right
man,
there.
I got some. This is Las Fondelas vanilla tequila. That's why it's brown like this. It's amazing.
You be on that
sound good.
Simone, I had tequila. Simone bought this. I'm tequila man. She's brought this back for me from Mexico. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cheers. All right. Next topic. Okay. So look, check this out. This is something I saw in an article. Let's take a look. All right. So, so I'll give you the gist. It's saying, are men destroying women's sex drive? And what the article says is men and children are destroying women's sex lives because of the relationship inequities that take place. So basically what they're saying is, if a man who wants a woman to work and then also do some domesticated things, cook, clean, keep a house, things of that nature, that is destroying women's sex drive. So, fellas, I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and I know the comments are going to be on fire. Do you think that's true and accurate, or what? Should they get over it? Is that life, or what? I would love to hear his perspective.
I mean, I guess I'll start. I think, to be real, I'm not gonna say it's destroying their sex lives, but I'm going to say there are women out there that are working, you know what I'm saying, just like, you know, the man in their house or whatever, like just like the men in their house, going out to work 9-10 hours or whatever the case may be, come back home, and, you know, sometimes the man does expect her, you know what I'm saying, to cook, clean, do those different things, take care of the kids, you know what I'm saying, wash the clothes, get the clothes ready for the next day, do homework with the kids, you know what I'm saying, do all those type of things, you know what I'm saying, not understanding that, hey, when you get to the bed that night and, you know, you want some action, you know what I'm saying, she already worked a whole 24-hour shift, you know what I'm saying, but all the things that she's done prior to her even getting to the bed, you know what I'm saying, so now she's tired, you know what I'm saying, so now you like, well, why you not, you know, so I think there's some validity in there, you know what I'm saying, but I think there is validity in that, you know, I'm not gonna say destroying it, but I would say, you know, it probably weakens it. You know
right, that's a bit strong, right?
Yeah, that's a bit strong, you know what I mean, I was
like that, like, right, when I saw that, I was like, damn, we destroying it?
I'm gonna take the other side of it. It says a man for real, when it comes to a woman's sex drive or being in her life, I feel like we as men should be a compliment to our women's lives, period. So if you come home early and your wife is coming home later, I'm not gonna expect her to cook. We're gonna have dinner when she get there. So we run tangent off each other and, you know, pick up where the other one slack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect a man is going to see his woman working hard, and if, you know, she comes home early, yes, she's going to have dinner ready. But like, if I leave early, if I leave later, I'm gonna make the bed up. Go ahead, I got your coffee ready. You out the door. If I'm early and I'm up early, oh, I might have a lunch made. She may have my lunch made. We working together. You know what I'm saying? We both working hard, especially if you a man. Like, you a man, you providing. So we both working hard. Is it killing the man's sex drive? No. It's who you dealing with. You know, if you're dealing with somebody that can manage life, manage a relationship, you know, I mean, it also goes to managing sex, you know, and still learning your partner and trying to find new things to keep that interest.
But the average woman, you know, I'll wait to respond.
No, go ahead.
I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I mean, I 100% agree with you, Tori, as well. I think everything is a partnership, because I mean, I don't think we're destroying it. I just think they're exhausted. They don't want to do anything. Think about it. Just like us. If you did the same thing, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to be mad. Now you're frustrated. Like, you laughing. I've been cooking and cleaning and I work. Ain't nothing funny right now. I'm tired. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just don't have, you're not in the mood because you feel like you're doing everything. Nobody don't want to feel like they're doing all the work. So like, I 100% agree with Tori, man. I think it's just about the partnership that you have to communicate and work together. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I love to wash clothes. I don't like to fold them. I'd rather pay somebody to do it. Man, look, I work hard.
I'm the same way.
I'm the same way.
Have a little maid come in once a week. Let the maid do everything, baby. All we gotta do is stay clean. We ain't gotta clean up. Put your shoes back where they belong. We ain't gotta clean up. Have a little maid come in once a week, and you good.
Exactly. So let me before you go, Randall, and I'll jump back in kind of with my thoughts. But is an equal and equitable relationship realistic? If it's 50-50, every man or woman, do you think an equitable relationship in 2022-23 is actually feasible and realistic?
No.
Got you. I don't either.
I say
think
that
it's difficult. It may balance. It may go 60-40 one time and switch, but I don't think it's always equal. Go ahead, Randall.
No. That's a good point. What you just said, that's a good point. Like 60-40, but it switches, like it sways. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because everybody's temperament is different at different times. All right, yeah, so I totally agree with that. I definitely agree with Tori, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got somebody, right, especially if y'all trying to build something big, you know what I'm saying? You legitimately trying to build like an empire. She working just as hard as you, and you getting home before her, and she still got to do all the work and still got to clean up, and we not hiring no maid, and I'm just chilling when I get home, and I expect her to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done killed her sex drive. Why would she want to do anything with me? I ain't feel no holes with her. Helped her in no form, no fashion. Like the point is to make each other better, right? Fill the holes where it's needed. You get what I'm saying? Each other where it's needed. 60-40. Somebody's unhappy. Let me try to make your day real quick. You understand what I'm saying? It goes back and forth. So the article is correct to that extent. Like if you're gonna sit on your ass and your woman working and busting her ass all day, and you come home think it's just time to play. The article correct. Yeah, you gotta be there for her like you want her to be there for you. You get what I'm saying? You can't always rub your back. You gotta rub her too. So
yeah.
She cooked them dishes are done. I got the dishes.
Yeah.
You cooked.
Exactly.
Right.
But the thing with that, like I agree with everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like let's piggyback on what I say. I agree with all of that. But what I'm saying is, what's realistic in relationships today, though? That's not the norm. You know what I mean? Like, we may do that. Yeah. We may do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking for the majority. The majority of dudes is not doing that. They want traditional women, but they having them do modern stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and vice versa.
I think that's where in 2022 where we get it kind of convoluted and misconstrued. Like if you're asking her to do these things, you can't expect her to be a traditional wife at home. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like you can't. So it has to be a partnership, like y'all all say. Yeah. It has to be that. It can't be. Oh, I want you to cook and clean, but you got me out here working 12-hour shifts. It can't be.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah. And then from my perspective, again, I think an equal and equitable relationship is just a fairy tale. I think you should focus on that and try to do that as best of your abilities. But it fluctuates. One person's going to have to carry the weight over the other. That's just life and in general. But to your point, find ways to make it easier on your partner. For our perspective, easier on your woman, because they do a lot. But at the same time, if we take it a little deeper on how we're built up, men and women, how they say men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So let's take another side of that. Let's say we're both working our tails off. And you probably have all been there. You've dated a career woman who works her ass off just as hard as you. And y'all both come home just as tired. Guess what? You still ready to smash. And how many times like, man, you ain't tired? Like, why are you still ready to have sex? Because to us, it's more physical action. To them, they need to be there mentally and be stimulated to do so. For us, we ready. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care. I've been running 17 miles. I'm going to figure out a way to make something happen. And how many times have you been like, why aren't you tired? Why are you still trying to do something? So at the same time, I think it's also, we're wired differently for those type of things. But I think it's to do those things. I think a woman also has to have some self-awareness. I will give Simone credit for this because like you said, Swayze, I wash the dishes all day long, but I'll pay somebody all day to fold them. So that's my deal. I'll pay the people to come fold. But she's told me she's not a cleaner. She don't clean homes. She can't clean a house. So she said, that's my skill set. So I know it. So I'm going to pay somebody to do it. Respect. Exactly. So you pay them to come clean. I'll pay them extra to fold the clothes. Yeah. But we don't have a child yet. But still, I've been in that situation where it can kind of spread you apart a little bit. So to tap into the mental side of the woman, I think it's important for people to schedule stuff to do, not schedule sex, but
I was about to say schedule sex.
Something. No. But schedule something so case in point, we all live in big cities. Find a restaurant that y'all have never been to and go once a month. Yeah. Just once a month, just go jump, just little stuff like that. Now we want to do it more than once a month. I'm just saying, just try to stimulate that whole thing and try to get that going. But that's my thoughts on it. And lastly, I'll say this. On the flip side, though, here's the counteraction to that. Career women who work, if not as much as we do or more, don't want to be homemakers at all, right? But they still want a traditional man. What I mean by that is a traditional man who still pays majority of the bills. Like his money is our money, her money is her money.
No.
What I'm saying on that, the same protect, provide. They want a traditional man, but then, okay, they should give that traditional role, because the traditional role is the woman is supposed to give us her body. So I've heard a buddy of mine who's had this same kind of struggle with his wife. She wants it all. She works too. But he says all the time, the things that you want me to do, you want a Lamborghini life with a minivan N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So speak to that. Have you met women like that in the past who want a traditional man but don't want to be a traditional woman?
I was waiting for you to touch that point because, you know, I've had friends out in the dating world, including myself, where we call, they want to build build a man. Like they want to take this, pick and choose what they want traditional, but they don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't want to, do the traditional things. They want to go off.
Yeah, but we got to be traditional.
Yeah, but we
got to jump in front of a
bullet. They want the man to do 100% of everything, and they won't keep their money, and they don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. Actually, case in point, one of my homies, he was married to his wife for about 5 years until they got a divorce because he was like, bro, I'm coming home. She's not cooking, not cleaning. The kids ain't even ate yet. It was driving him crazy. And he's paying all the bills. He was about to lose his mind. He would call me depressed every day. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you do. He even showed me videos how nasty the house was. He was like, I can't do this. I can't.
Oh, man.
Damn.
He got receipts.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, he had receipts. That's why he got custody of the kids.
Go ahead, Demetri. Damn.
No, I think it's
I know Demetrius look like you ready to jump in.
Nah, go ahead, Swayze. You good? Go ahead, Swayze.
Oh, go ahead, Swayze. Go ahead.
Man, I think it's that new generation, man. It's that Instagram, that Twitter. Everybody look at this stuff and want to be like other people. They want what other girls have, and which is, remember, Instagram is everybody highlights. People don't show their bad stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
You're not posting a bad picture. You're never gonna post a picture with your eyes closed. You're gonna post a good picture. You're gonna wait, keep snapping and post a good picture. And everybody trying to follow these people, but they're not realizing, like, you gonna run a man away every time. A man that has their stuff together and that knows their worth, you're gonna run them away every time. I'd rather be single than for a woman to come to me and tell me, I'm giving you my body. Baby, I can get that from anywhere. What are you talking about?
Right.
I don't want you to give me your body. I want you to give me your partnership. Let's work together. Let's figure this thing out. Don't come to me and tell me what I have to do. Like, oh, your money, your money. No. My money is my money. Your money is your money. At the end of the day. Now, we're going to partner up. Let's do that. Let's work together. Let's be a team.
Thanks.
That's not, you know what I mean? Don't come in here and saying, like you say, you want me to be traditional, but you're not traditional? No, let's forget all the tradition. Let's figure out what works for us. How about that? Let's do our own thing. You know what I mean? Like your girl, like you said, your girl Simone told you she don't like to clean or whatever. At least she was honest with you. So now you can figure something out. You don't have to worry about figuring that out 5 years in a relationship. And you're like, I'm out of here.
Right.
You want to keep getting a divorce and doing all that. Nobody want to go through that.
Yeah. I love it. My producer back here, who's a young lady, she back here snapping. My producer.
and a lot of and some women, they put on. Well, I'm gonna say men too, because men do the same thing. Women and men, right? We put on the facade at first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I come to the table when I meet you, I should be ready for that conversation, right? Like you say, you and Simone had a conversation, right? She's like, "Hey, I'm not a cleaner," right? So if I'm sitting down and I'm talking to a woman or vetting a woman, and I'm looking for, a potential wife or whatever, I need you to bear yourself to me. Like, hey, I'm not a cooker. I don't clean. I don't do those type of things. But this is what I can bring to the table to you.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Hey, I don't do this. I don't do that. But this is what I can. My leadership is this. I have a vision for this. My purpose is this. Whatever the case may be, you have that tough conversation in the beginning and don't put that facade on or that mask, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. And then 5 years from now, like Swayze said, now you come to the table like, who are you? I don't even know who you are.
Exactly.
You introduce these things to me in the beginning. Now you pulled it back. Have those tough conversations in the beginning, get it out of the way, and then life will be easier with that person moving forward.
That's true.
Facts. So then people aren't walking around with disappointment. And for the most part, when people's expectations aren't met, they weren't set in the beginning. Right. And then what happens? Resentment. Resentment's like a snowball. Mm-hmm. And then boom. Yeah. Rashid. So, okay. All right. Any closing remarks on this topic, or are we going to move on?
Rashid.
All right. So it's a nice little segue right here.
Can't hear you, bro.
No, you can't hear me.
Nah.
Rashid.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I was going to ask you, have you ever heard of the 4th floor theory?
No. School me.
I'm gonna do it quick because I don't know my time. 4th floor. You can put man or woman, doesn't even come in, doesn't even matter. Just say since we talk about women now. Woman comes in, we'll do a man. Man comes in a store, right? It's 4 floors. He goes to the 1st floor. The salesperson tells him, "Hey, this is a store for mates. Once you, he tells him the rules. Once you go to 1 floor, you can never go back down to the next floor. It's 4 floors. So you can pick your mate. Give me everything you want on the list." He said, so the guy's like, "Okay, cool." So he takes him up to the 1st floor. He's like, "Okay, the women, they all got a job. You know, they work part-time, whatever. You know, they're doing okay for themselves." He's like, "Oh, okay. The women have, semi-attractive. They're attractive. Okay, cool." He's like, "Let me go to the 2nd floor. Okay, beautiful women, that, making 6 figures, doing this. Some of them just might not want kids. Some of them might want that." He's like, "Okay, this is a beautiful man. The 2nd floor is wonderful. I got to go to the 3rd floor. Let me see what's on the 3rd floor." He gets to the 3rd floor. He's like, "Man,
right.
Women models, IG models making, bank, doing this for themselves. Ain't even studying about a guy, but they like to cook and they like to clean. So I'm doing you the fast version, not because of time." So he's like, "Man, if the 3rd floor is banging, I got to go to the 4th floor." So he gets to the 4th floor, and what he finds on the 4th floor is women that are barely working. You know what I'm saying? Not doing that such stuff, and they look all right. They're maybe like a 6 out of 10. That's the 4th floor theory.
Okay.
Meaning that as a man and female, social media has made it so much to go to, like, we see something, we got to do better. We got to have better. We're not satisfied. And then we get to there, we got what we want on our list.
Okay.
We got everything. We find that woman that has everything we want, but we still want better until we realize, we end up with nothing. That's the 4th.
Gotcha. So kind of like the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Got you. All right, I like that. All right. I'm gonna steal that one from you. You got to break that one down to me again. I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, you got the short version, but yeah.
All right. So let's segue to something interesting. All right. So next one. I want y'all to read this. I want to see your reaction.
What?
All right. So listen, I saw this YouTube, man, or somebody was talking about male enhancements. Do men do it? Do women want it done? Do men need it? Blah, 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 blah. And they talk about all this great advancements in male enhancements, not like your old man's male enhancements anymore, or the gas station pill. We all heard of the gas station pill. So I want to ask your perspective and the ladies in the chat. One, here's the first question. How many of you, including yourself or friends, have taken the gas station pill before? I've never done that. I'm scared, first of all. But I got homeboys who's going to take the gas station pill on the first night. They trying to put on a show to show out. So he can lay it down and be the man, and she can go tell her friends or whatever. To me, I'm like, that's false pretenses. You lying. You start up here. You got to stay up here. Like, you trying to come off the top rope. Like, so ladies, have you ever known that to happen to you? Would you want a man to do that if you knew, if you was about to give him something, he think he finna take the gas station pill or male enhancement to perform, but then to me, you got to do that all the time. So I got homeboys that done it. I've never done that. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. What are your thoughts on male enhancement drugs at all? Ever taken them? Or would you take them before to perform on your first night to show off?
I feel like I'd be the guy that end up in the hospital, man.
Me too. I'm not trying to have no heart attack, man.
I'll be the one.
I'm gonna give you what I got, man.
Nah, I ain't never taken it. I ain't gonna do it either, just for that reason.
Nah,
right.
I ain't doing it either, man. Like he said, I'll fuck around, mess around and be in the hospital, man. Heart attack or something, man. I'm
right. So let's ask the paramedic though. Swayze, have you ever had to come to a call with somebody on some enhancement pills have a heart attack?
I mean, no, I just don't. I just don't trust it, man. Like, from the gas station, that's like you buying weed from the gas station. Well, now you can, but I'm saying, that's like buying fake weed or something like that. Like, and people do take that, but people don't understand what they're doing when you take those drugs. Those drugs, what it does is, it's like you dilate the veins inside your private area. So now all your blood rushes to your private area. So that's why you have headache. That's why you have all your skin be flushed. Like, how can you tell a girl, like, the girl should know that when you having sex with her, she'll be like, "You so hot," or why you have a headache? You have a full blown headache thinking that stuff. Like,
Look at Randall.
don't say you can even perform. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and if you do have, like, if they would have a heart attack or something like that, or MI, and when they call her, and we have to ask those questions, because
So you've done that.
when we have to give another drug called somebody with chest pain, we give nitro, and we can't give that drug if they've taken Viagra or Levitra within 72 hours. And if they take that drug and then we give them nitro, which dilate the veins more, now we're gonna kill them. We'll bottle them out. All your blood gonna rush to your penis. Now you're gonna be dead with a heart on. You know what I mean? And then you ask them, they don't tell you because they're embarrassed. So it's something.
Yeah, they're embarrassed.
They're not gonna say it in front of the girl. They're like, "Oh, my chest killing me."
Oh.
So you're like, "Hey, can you
That's
step aside while I ask them a question?"
Swayze, I told you. See, remember, Swayze, I told you, like, my best friend, one of my best friends is a paramedic in EMT. So I done heard all kinds of stories. But, like, it's crazy to me is because, like I said, if you start that way, you got to finish that way. Like, and then why would you take something to, I always thought, if I don't need that, why would I take something? Then who knows what that may change. Now I may be dependent on it. I'm like, listen, I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to keep drinking my pineapple juice and beet juice, and I'm going to keep it 100 as long as I can. And I'm not finna add anything if I don't need it, man. But I swear, I got homeboys right now that'll get on this live and say, "Hey, man, that gas station pill is hell, boy. I come off the top rope like a wrestler." And they be like vouching for it.
You should be good the first time. You don't really care about it yet. It's when you start caring about it when you don't last long. First time, you should be good.
Hey, you hear what he said?
Demetrius just shaking his head.
No, because like I got a son, right?
That's funny, man. All right, so let's move on, man. Let's move on. Okay, this is a good one. This is a viewer question. I got this from a guy who emailed this to us. He said, "Do women lie more than men in relationships?" Go.
Yep.
Yes.
It's strategic though. You'll never catch it. It's plain.
No, you know why?
What you say? Swayze, was that you? Strategic?
It's strategic.
No, that was
It's strategic.
Randall.
Randall.
They done thought about this for about a month. Like,
You know why? We used to talk about this back in the day. It was like a woman will lie and tell you she's in outer space. So when you go looking for her in outer space, you don't find her because I just left. But when a guy always tells the truth, but he may negate portions of the truth. So when you go looking for Ralph at Waffle House, that motherfucker's at Waffle House, and you caught him in all his goddamn lies.
I think it just depends on the person. I can't say more woman, more man. I think it depends on the person. You have some dudes or some women just habitual liars. Like, I knew some people that lie so much. Like, I got friends, homeboys that lie so much, and I say, bro, you have to have a disease. Like, it's not even funny. Like, you lie about the stupidest things. And I'm like, why would you lie about that? That's why she mad at you. You lie about the stupidest things. Hey, babe, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. Why would you say that? You know we 30 minutes away. Like, that's
you just asking to get in trouble.
Ever. Exactly. Like, I'm like, bro. Like, why?
So what's the craziest lie that a woman has told you you've been dating or seeing or trying to date? Can you think of any? What's the wildest, craziest lie that you've been told by a lady, a female that you're dating or a relationship with? I'm gonna let y'all think on that. I'm gonna come back to that. So from my perspective, I was talking to some more buddies about this the other day. We were talking about how things are shifting as far as numbers, statistics, like as far as the amount of men who cheat versus the amount of women who cheat, things of that nature. So I looked at this before this show and I saw this interview where they polled 100 men and 100 women. And it said 57% of the men admitted to having cheated or extramarital affairs. When they asked 100 women, it was 54%. So that's my point. Like, things are starting to even up, but here's what I will say, and we were talking about this the other day. to your point, it depends on the individual, obviously, but it's men. We always get the negative press because we're stupid.
Yep. Right.
Just like Swayze said, I'm 5 minutes away, knowing good and damn well you 30 minutes away. Like, we just so stupid and reckless with our lives. Like, women are so smart and so strategic and calculated. They can lie to us and we won't have any clue about it. I think that's the difference. I think we're all human, and I think anything is capable from either side of the spectrum. I just think guys, we're just reckless as shit. We just dumb, and we just get caught up in the dumbest stuff, and women are way smarter than us, so their lives are way better. That's my opinion.
Like, women investigate. We don't.
I definitely agree with that because I think men, we do things off the cuff, right? We don't put no thought into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we like, say for instance, you meet somebody at the bar or something like that and you married. You know what I'm saying? And you like, yo, if you're gonna cheat or whatever the case may be, like, you just do it. It's no thought process in it. You know what I'm saying? So when she asks you, you know, where you was at or whatever, you like, yo, I was at my home bar, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And you don't put no thought into what you're doing. A woman, she's gonna take note of whatever she was doing, and she's gonna be strategic. She's gonna plan out exactly when she's gonna do it, how she's gonna do it, you know, how she's gonna, what she's gonna, like, it's strategic, like you said.
Everything lined up.
Everything lined up, so you have no idea.
Got the alibi.
What she's doing.
She don't pay for nothing in cash. She don't pay for nothing with a credit card.
That's right.
They ain't paid for
right.
it. Everything strategic. I done thought about this all month. Like, it don't just happen. I was out this one night. Now, she thought about this. This was planned.
And it's the thing, though, too. When women do their dirt or whatever, it's easier for them because you have men like us that don't mind staying under the radar. We'll never call. If a woman tell us, don't call me, I call you when I want it ready. We're gonna be like, hell yeah, that's a deal. We tell a woman that, she gonna be like, what the hell you got going on? She don't agree with that. You tell us that, we like, oh, baby, that's all I needed. I'm chilling.
Facts.
Go do your thing. So that's why it's always easier for a woman to do things, because we got men like us that don't mind. Baby, just call me when you go to work. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You can't tell a girl that, though. She gonna be mad at you. She gonna call her, take pictures, show her. That's why it's not your birthday, bro. You know what's gonna happen.
100%. So any of y'all come up with a lie, or you can't remember one because they lie so well?
Nah, man, I can't come up. Let me see. Nah, it would be something like dumb or something like that. Like, one, okay, I'll give you one. Like, it was a guy. This was like years ago though. It was a guy that she introduced as her friend, but he wasn't her friend. It was her ex. You know what I'm saying?
Why do they do that?
So
they do that.
Yeah, they do that. They do that. It was like, yo, this my
why do y'all do that?
This is like my brother. That's like,
yes,
dude, you know what I'm saying? But nah, that's the
that.
dude you used to talk to and smash. That's not your brother. That's not your homeboy. That's not your friend.
For real.
Thank you. That is so factual. Ladies in the comments, why do y'all do that? Why do you? It's cool for a confident, self-assured man. We're not tripping. We just want to know. You got me in a room with this dude who's seen you naked, seen your birthmark. You introduce him as your partner, your homeboy. Like, come on. Yeah. If we were to do the same, oh, this is my homegirl, and then they find out a week later, oh yeah, we messed around a little bit, but it wasn't nothing. How many of y'all heard that? Man, it'd be smoke in the city.
Yep.
That's why you got to test the room. You got to test the temperature. You got to step back. You give them a little pound. Don't get too friendly because you want to look dumb. You got to give them a little pound. Step back, step the room. You got to watch him and watch her. You got to watch both of them.
Nah, I ain't give him a pound. I was going to be like, what's up, man?
Exactly. You can do that. Whatever. You got to watch the room.
Somebody said because we don't want y'all bringing it up later. We don't want y'all bringing it up later. How about that?
Thanks.
Why are you introducing him in the
But
first
that's
place?
And if you, especially if you have no clue on that they smashed, and you just like, you around the dude, and he knows that he already smashed, you know, and he gonna come to you like, yo, bro, I smashed your girl, or he ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So he laughed and said, like, he must don't know. I used to smash his old lady or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
and women,
go ahead.
And women don't understand the male psyche and how we're put together. They don't understand that. Even when you try to tell them that, So for shows like this, is for ladies, y'all to understand how we feel once we find that out later. And you know your man, we not tripped. Like, I need to know just because of that reason what Demetrius is talking about. It's just I'm sorry. It is what it is. Y'all like us for being alpha men, but when we do alpha men stuff, that's a part of it. You are territory now. I know you don't want to hear that word, but that's how we feel, and that's how our endorphins kick in. We need to know that kind of stuff.
Facts.
So anyway, all right, let's move on. We run out of time. I want to get a couple more in. Thank you guys so much. If you're just now joining us, this is the Age of Stage podcast. This is the Barbershop Talk. I got my fellas here. I got Tori and Demetrius from Ready to Love Potomac. I got Swayze and Randall from Ready to Love Miami. All right, so I'm gonna post this real quick. Y'all take a look.
I already know this.
You see the rumors of this? Man, I got so much to say about this one. Okay, social media reacts to rumors. Lori Harvey is dating Deion Idris and makes him sign an NDA with $1 million worth of penalties. I guess for breach of contract. I go ahead. I'm ready. So I want to hear this. Would you sign an NDA to date Lori Harvey or any woman for that matter?
He still hit the joint, I guarantee you.
Huh?
I guarantee you he still went there with it. With Lori Harvey, I guarantee you he did. He signed it, he did his thing. I guarantee you.
You think so?
I guarantee you he did.
So here's my perspective, man. Let's talk about the person at hand, Lori Harvey.
Exactly.
Like, she's cute, she's bad, don't get me wrong. I'm a man, I got eyes. But what does she do? What's her talent? What is she bringing to the table other than her looks and a couple model photos? I don't. What's her talent?
Inheritance.
Do we know?
Nah, I don't know.
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out for
All right, fine. Exactly. So we don't know her talent. So she was with Michael B. Jordan, who's a budding superstar, if not already actor. Voted top sexiest man alive. Now she's dating the British cat. He was in a ton of movies. She was with Future, right? Boom, boom.
Don't forget Diddy.
We all know their talents, where they got their bread, fame, notoriety. If I'm old buddy, what's his name? Idris, his last name. I'm way more popping than you. Why? You need to sign an NDA with me. You Lori Harvey. What do you do? Why are you giving me an NDA?
First off, if I was
Jordan, the Jordan dude, I don't know if that's after the Jordan cat, but even this new dude, this dude's a big time established actor. Well, man, miss me. I'm sorry.
I never heard.
I give you an NDA.
I never heard of an NDA like being leaked before. Like, that's almost strategic, if you ask me.
Right. Now, I have heard of one person who I give GOAT status to that used to sign NDAs, but it was equitable. It was Derek Jeter. I mean, come on, Derek Jeter is the captain.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
no to the Derek Jeter, the captain.
This is my thing.
Seriously though,
this is
like,
my thing. What does she have to someone to say that you have to sign? She wants to make people sign, and I don't know what she does. So if somebody know whatever, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's my point.
But what does she have to
signing
make
an NDA
somebody else sign an NDA for though?
She must be doing a lot of dirt or something. She don't do anything that we know of.
Exactly. I tune into Snowfall, so I'm a Snowfall fan. So
right, thank you.
He acts on Snowfall, so
yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out like what is she doing? Like she don't want somebody to tell me how her sex, like what, I don't know what about her sex, or like her breath stink, like what's going on? Like, I'm just saying, like, why does she make people sign NDAs?
No, facts.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
No, facts. And that's where I'm coming from. With either the men that she has dated, those men, in my opinion, are far more successful and would have more to lose than her in an NDA proposition. Why is she giving out NDAs? Anybody else want to jump in on that?
I just told you. I think it's a publicity stunt. Like,
yeah.
How you have an NDA and now we talking about it? You know,
that's true. That is true.
Right? Like,
but you think he signed it?
Yeah, but why do we know that? That's
right.
The whole purpose.
It's made public. Yeah.
I feel like it's lead. I feel like it's done on purpose. This might be for her to gain more status because all she does is, I don't want to disrespect her, but she dates Jordan. She was with Future before that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just sounds like a publicity stunt to me.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that. I agree with that. Like, cause who leaks an NDA? You know what I'm saying? Like who does that?
That's a status thing. Let's elevate the status type of deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with
I don't know, man. It just blew my mind when I saw that. I was like, what? And people talk about her past, her mother. I don't care who her mother is or who she dated or her stepdad is. I'm talking about this young lady. No NDA for Lori Harvey.
Nah.
Sorry. Missed me with that.
But the crazy
All
part
right.
about it is they signed it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hey, you can't knock
Now,
us.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Let me be 100. If I'm a school teacher, I'm signing that thing twice on Sundays and every day. I sign one every day. But I'm saying what I mean by my overall point, all jokes aside, I'm talking about men who have more to lose than her. And that's primarily who we've seen her date.
Right.
So the school teacher scenario or the engineer at IBM, even though he makes great money, is probably not realistic. But if I'm the IBM cat, I'll sign the NDA. But if I'm this, man, come on, man. No. Sorry.
She the GOAT, man. She the GOAT.
Yeah, some people give her GOAT status. I mean, I can't knock her for what she's done in the industry, whatever her focus and goal is. I'm just like, the NDA just kind of threw me off. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We got a couple more things and then we're going to get out of here. What's this now? See, it just comes. Thank you, my producer. She just teeing these up for me. Okay. So is there such thing as a pretty girl syndrome? And I'll explain. I've heard other bloggers and groups of friends talking about the pretty girl syndrome. They're used to never being told no, and they're used to being lied to all their lives. So they have this false pretense of reality because they're pretty girls. So do you agree with that? Do you disagree? I'll give my opinion once you guys go, but I'd love to hear your thoughts if you think there is indeed a pretty girl syndrome.
I want to get somebody in trouble. Hey, y'all from DC or y'all from PG?
Nah, right here in DC, brother.
Why?
Man, it's barbershop, man. Let's go. Bring it.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna pour up while you do that.
Nah, it's there. That pretty girl syndrome. I was messing with them because PG County, pretty girl county, what they call it, right? And they definitely had that syndrome, man. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I grew up there, so I can say it. You know what I mean? I went to Largo High School, so yeah, for sure. That's definitely there.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with them. I
definitely agree. Like, cause you got to think about it. Like girls that's growing up, right? Their parents or their friends or their aunts or whatever. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. And then as they're going up through life or growing up, you know what I'm saying? They're getting certain things because they're pretty and they know they're pretty. You know what I mean? So now when they grow up and they become women and adults, you know what I'm saying? It does kick in when they be like, well, I'm not used to people telling me no, I'm not used to people telling me this, or I'm not used to people telling me that. All they're used to is people telling them that they're pretty and they're so beautiful. It's a thing. It is a thing. You know what I mean?
And they're used to being treated by a man a certain way.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it is a thing. It definitely
is
a
problem. Like
when I
say no and it's a problem, that's an issue. You get what I'm saying?
that's Randall. What would you say that again? What you just say?
When no is a problem. Like when you say no to something and it's an issue, like that's a flag right there. Like you can't say no. You're not allowed to say no. Yeah. That's an issue.
When I hear pretty girl syndrome, I think of just the ones that want to get in the club free, that type of stuff.
Okay.
That want to get in the club free. That want to get just everybody want everybody buying them bottles. They want to what we call they want to get flued out.
Yeah.
Type of girl. You know what I mean? They want to go on trips.
Yeah.
When I hear pretty girl syndrome, that's what I think of. I think of those type of women that oh, you want the Birkin bags, or you want this girl, sit your behind. You pretty, but with a ugly girl work ethic. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Like they think looks gonna get them throughout life. And, and we don't do good as men when it comes to that, because these dudes that making this money that don't know how to talk to women, so all they use is money, and all they doing is just messing them up. By giving them money, that has the money, just giving them allowances. You are ruining her, bro, and you ruining yourself. You ruining society, really, because you can't even have a normal conversation. You just using your money.
That's facts. And that be the main ones talking about there ain't no good men out there, but the men you look for are the ones, like he said, just throwing money. They don't have no real intent.
Exactly.
No substance. No, I agree. I agree 100%, man. And then I get my perspective on it. I think of pretty girl syndrome is kind of similar to the Lori Harvey type thing. If you feel that that's all you need and there's no substance behind that layer of beauty, that you don't feel that you have to do anything or be educated or go above and beyond to set yourself apart mentally and what you have going on in your life. I think it's safe to say for these guys on this panel, we've seen beautiful women come and go, but we want more of a substance for that. We like beauty, but at the end of the day, I would be willing to pass on just a pretty face and a pretty smile all day long, because I want to be able to have an intellectual conversation with you and talk about life goals and expectations and goals and pour into you, you pour into me. If you're just a pretty girl sitting there, like, that vanity is gonna fade eventually. Like, I'm gonna get tired of looking at you if I can't talk to you about nothing. Like, so that's my idea of a pretty girl syndrome, where they don't think they need to have more skill sets than just their looks.
When I was dating, man, I throw them off. You know, you talk to the baddest of the baddest, so I throw them off. I ask them, hey, where you see yourself in 5 years? What you do for a living? What's your career? Oh, I got this eyelash company. Nah, nothing against eyelash company, but I want to hit this online store crap. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Or a swimsuit line.
I make them uncomfortable real quick.
I hit them with the what's the flaw that you're still working on?
Exactly.
Make them think.
Yeah, make off of that. Oh, I'm pretty or whatever. Like, nah. What's the flaw that you're still working on? What's something that you're still working on that you still need to fix?
I like it. All right, so this is gonna lead us. Anything else to say on this one? This is gonna lead us right into the next one. All right, here we go. Saying we agree. Most of us say there is some sort of thing that you have to deal with girls of a certain look. So after all that saying substance and things of that nature, would you rather marry what they call, quote unquote, the girl next door, the 6 or 7, traditionally what people scale women on, not necessarily we're doing that, just for context, or the 9-10, the dime piece, or like P.O. from DC said, the dime shorty? What do you think realistically overall would you prefer to marry? What do you think lifelong would you prefer? The 6 or 7 or the 9-10 dime shorty?
I'm going with the substance. So I'm going with like everything. If we take everything that we spoke about in this podcast and put it together, I'm going with that. So if that's in the 6 and the dime just looks good, I'm going where you gonna pick me up where I fall down and vice versa. I'm going where we gonna be partners. We're gonna work with a team. I'm going where we have the intellectual conversations. I'm going with the substance every time.
Now, this my take on that. Like, of course, I'm gonna want to dime all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna want to talk. But you gotta have substance. Now, I don't mind a substance 6, 7, but now when we say 6, 7, what we talking about? As long as you're beautiful, if you pretty,
whatever it means
I'm
to
good.
you.
I can fix the body. Don't worry about that. We good with the body. We're gonna get that under control. But I need you to be beautiful with the face and substance. Yeah, we're gonna fix the body. Don't worry about that. I need you to be, you know what I mean? Be loyal, be beautiful. The body, don't worry about that. That's gonna come with our eating habits. That's easy. You don't want to force it on them. But when you start eating the way you eat, and it's just y'all gonna become one. That's how it's gonna move.
Right. Now, would you look at that same woman you're talking about though? Would you look at that woman for marriage or just dating?
No, I'm doing marriage. I ain't doing all that with you. I'm dating you. I don't care. I'm dating you. You could be a 10. I don't need something. It is what it is.
Right.
You could
You
be a
just having
10. I
fun
don't
at
care
that
about
point.
the substance. Yeah, I'm dating you. I'm not looking to move forward with you. I'm going to look for a 10 every time. You know what I mean? I'm not going to waste time with getting somebody that I have to build up if I'm not going to be in a relationship with you.
Right.
I think
No,
everybody.
I think me personally, I think we're all at a certain age and stage where we're over the vanity thing, man. We're over the 9s and 10s, all that. You know, you don't go out seeking that. If you find whatever you decide as your 9 or 10, everybody, it's all subjective to whatever you like, whatever your personality is, whatever what your design, your style, because it's you know, it's for all people, doesn't matter. But if I'm able to find someone who society looks at as that, and long as I'm happy and I find you attractive, again, it's based upon me, then that scale has no weight because you have more attributes to the table. To what Swayze said, if there's something that we can do together that I can help you with that's fixable without going under the knife and doing all that kind of stuff, because that's just not me. I like a natural woman. But I'm definitely open to I've dated all type of colors, and people would think that I have a certain type. I don't. I'm more of an energy level. If we're able to connect and vibe, then I'm rocking with you. The hell with everybody else says, because the way I feel about it, you walking in the room with me, you're going to be a 15, 12 anyway, because we're going to be so cold together. Like, shit, let's go. Let's shut this whole damn building down.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Saying like, I think I agree with you, Rashid. Like, I think it's just based on, it's relative to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's about what you deem as beauty. You know what I'm saying? Your 6 or 7 could be, you know what I'm saying, a dime to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I mean? So it's all relative to you and how you feel. You know, when I was younger, I was looking straight for vanity, straight superficial, straight how she looked. You know what I mean? But at this point in time in my life now, it's about the substance. Like Randall says, it's about the substance in which you bring in peace. Like, you loyal, you know what I'm saying? You ready to build, you know what I'm saying? You about business, you know, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And the beauty, if you are beautiful and you bring that, cool. But that's not something that I'm going to search for, just the beauty. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Like he said, somebody 6 and 7 may be a dime to somebody else. And, you know, regardless, you might be marrying that dime, period. It's all about the personality, what they're willing to contribute, and they're going to ride for you. I think these guys already summed it up. So I just leave it like that.
That substance in the 6 or 7 to make her a dime anyway.
That's a fact. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let me pose this question. This wasn't a part of it, but I just want to throw this in here. Let's flip that. Women. Okay. Since we tripping. Okay, so let me ask this question. Legs crossed. So what about the man who's you can characterize as a 6 or 7, or the guy has a 9, 10 in your rating, and this guy works at, you know, on the trash truck picking up trash, and he makes $60,000 a year, and the other guy is a 6 or 7 who's making $150,000 a year. Which way do you guys think that woman's gonna lean?
To them pockets. No, I'm joking.
Nah, Sue, you ain't playing. You for real?
he definitely.
I think it's both ways though, because women, man, I'm telling
Look,
you.
hey, my producer talking about she gonna lean towards them pockets.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of both ways, but some women are scared of dudes who look good and know how to talk and know how to conversate. They don't want no parts of that.
Right.
They rather ugly dude any day, just so they know they comfortable. They feel like nobody's not gonna like them, and man, it'll be the main dudes out there.
No, that's a good point though, Swayze. I was about to say that. I've heard on the flip side of that women don't want a particularly great looking man that's society. They want a man who doesn't look the cover boy type.
Yeah.
That they feel he would be more loyal. And I know buddies that's 280 pounds, 5'4", that is just as unloyal as a guy 6'4", 205.
No, for real though. And I'm like, you might well just get you something nice, man, and just vibe, just chill. Don't run your man away. When you're not trusting a man, you run him away. I promise you that.
You
If
do.
you trust a man 100%, what I'm gonna say, I ain't fucking my shit up. I got at home. Hell no,
Right.
get your ass out of here. But you accusing me, I might well do it anyway.
But you know what though?
You already accusing me.
To piggyback onto that, I think, and this goes for men and women, not just women, right? I think we have to put the component in it to where when we out in that market, we're actually competing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think that women, you know what I'm saying? Like for dudes, like all of us was in the room together. We already sizing each other up like, yo, that's, you know, that's Sway, that's Rand, that's Rashid, that's Tori. We're like, we sizing each other up. That's already in us as men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And for women, like, I think some of them, not all, they don't understand that there's a competitive factor, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, all right, dating or having a nice looking man. They're scared of that competition to compete, you know what I'm saying, which that you're going to have to do that anyway. If you have a husband, your husband goes out and works every day, not saying that you necessarily have to compete on a literal sense, but you knowing that he's out there, so you're supposed to do everything within you to make sure your husband is happy, you know what I'm saying, in that marriage. The same thing for your husband. When your wife goes out there, it's the same thing. You know, it's like a give and a take.
Yeah.
Right. Now, do you think women compete?
I don't think they want to.
Amongst each other?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
I think they absolutely do, but they want to a lot of times say women don't compete. I've seen it. So, I mean, but the problem is, it's just like that Drake song, right? Just to tell me about a friend, just to tell me they ain't really friends. Like how many, you know what I'm saying? Like how many women have you pillow talked to about our girls and this and the third, who this one they don't like, who this one, this and the third, and then this one who thinks this, that, and the third. And then it's all competitive. They give it to us differently, but they're competitive. They're competitive. Maybe not as competitive as men, but I think women are very competitive.
Absolutely. I agree. I think they are too. I think they don't realize that they're competing, but they definitely compete. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. I think I got one more that I really want to get into. I'm gonna let you guys go. I keep saying that, but this has been so good, man. Hold on. Let me see. You know what? No, that's good. Let me see. All right. Last one. Let me go. Let's talk about Deion real quick. All right. Some sports stuff, man. Y'all just tell me your thoughts on Deion. Real quick, and you know, he's gotten slander on both sides. I'd love to hear y'all's answers on this, and then we're gonna close it out.
I'm with Deion, man. Like what he did in those 3 years at JSU, if people want to say it was for him or what, he did a lot for that institution. You know, coming in there, I went to an HBCU. You know, and people don't look at HBCU sports. You went to one too, right, Rashid? You played,
for sure.
And you know how our publicity go, you know, so like for them to get College Game Day there on campus for that conference to get the sponsorships and stuff that they got, it's because he was there. For whatever reason he was there, how long he was there, doesn't really matter. You know, he gave 3 years of his life to that institution, to that network, and elevated it. And he also created more room for more Black coaches to come in and get jobs now also. You get what I'm saying? He showed the light. Now, granted, there's only one prime, but that doesn't mean no one come in and do the same thing.
For sure.
I agree with that. I think, you know, we have to stop with the crabs in the barrel mentality.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We got to stop with that. And if when somebody elevates, we have to applaud them when they do elevate. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, oh, he didn't do it, so he didn't do that. Regardless if he did it for himself, he's still better the institution when he left.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the reason why someone does something, he still gave them the blueprint on, hey, this is the blueprint that I laid out for 3 years while I was here. So they have the blueprint already there. You know what I mean? So now all they have to do now is sustain that over time. You know what I'm saying? And now he's elevating to the next level, where that next level that he's elevating to, he's going to be able to bring, like Randall said, more Black coaches into more resources. You know what I'm saying? More Black kids that he's going to pump out of that university, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be in the NFL or producing them graduates or things like that. We got to look at the bigger picture instead of looking so small.
We do.
Yeah, when it comes to that, my take on that is, it's just so selfish how society is. And you know how society is.
Swayze, you played college football at Miami, right?
Yeah, I played at the University of Miami. And, you know, it's damn you do, damn you don't. Now, you know, anybody are doing things to excel in, to become better, to elevate. A kid don't come to college and stay in college. He comes to college because he want to go to the NFL.
Right.
I don't know nobody that says I'm going to play football college just because I don't want to play in the NFL. No, that's not how that works. And no coach says I want to coach college and I don't want to elevate. Some of them do, but they're getting paid very well. You're not going to have a Nick Saban at JSU. What are you talking about? You think he's going to sit there at a HBCU school that don't have enough funds, that can't pay him enough? You crazy? They're not going to do that. He did what he did, and he's just trying to probably hit every level. That's what coaches do. Coaches get hired and fired. You don't stay there like that. That's not how it goes.
Yeah.
Let Nick
unrealistic.
Saban start losing, they're going to fire him.
Yeah.
If Nick Saban start losing, he's going to get fired. They don't care how many years you have. And that's just how it goes. And I don't see how people so confused why he's leaving. His contract was over anyway, 1 more year. And what he's going to do? You think he'll re-sign? Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all don't have enough to even pay this man.
Right.
Exactly. I'm going to end it here, and I agree with what he said. People always talking about somebody's not doing enough, but they don't realize he didn't have to do nothing. Like, that man's set and rich. He didn't have to come there and coach. He didn't have, like, I watched games. He had celebrities at the games. You know, he contributed gifts and, you know, opportunities to kids that didn't have that opportunities, would never met these celebrities, would have never, you know, maximized their potential. So this is something that he took and did it out of the goodness of his heart. He didn't have to do it. People always think because you're in this position, you ain't got to do nothing but live and die. And he took the time to do that out of his own pocket and from his heart.
Oh,
so
if
you want to leave, you want to leave. Yeah. He's a grown man.
Got you.
Facts.
Yeah. Facts, man. So I'll finish it here and give my perspective, man. I played basketball at a HBCU, Alabama A&M University, and I coached at the college level. Coached at University of Houston, and I was a head high school coach before I even got into the car business. So I can see both sides of it. And you know, he's gotten a lot of slander either way. And to me, Deion Sanders the GOAT for me in football. There's nobody. I ain't listening to no Deion slander. For me, that was my guy. And I'm from Houston, and I hate the Cowboys. But when he got traded to the Cowboys, I was a Cowboy fan the only time when Deion was there. But saying all that to say, I'm comfortable enough admitting the fact that if I would have got recruited by University of Texas or University of Houston or Texas A&M, I would have went and played basketball there. Sorry, but I didn't. I went to Alabama A&M, had the best time of my life, and I loved it. And it developed me to be the man who I am. But I remember wanting to have my name on the back of my jersey because we didn't. I remember that. I remember we finally got them my senior year, and they were only on our warm-ups because they didn't want to ruin the jerseys because what? They got to reuse them next year. So I've been there, and I remember when him talking about, why don't these kids, they have their name on the back of their jersey? Mm-hmm. You see how important that is to kids. I'm the first man in my family to graduate from college. You know how important that would have been for me to have my name on the back of my jersey? So he saw that. So that was real stuff that he brought to that campus. So at the same time, Swayze's point, anybody who plays college sports all think they're going to the league. Every single one of them. I don't care where you playing. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to the league. Exactly. And then you don't think, I know football, you have to stay a little bit longer, but you don't think any of those kids at Jackson State would have played 1 year and could have went to the NFL, they would have left?
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Coaches get elevated and move on at all the time. And then, like Deion says, what's the percentages of black men playing college football?
75%.
Like 70, 75%? So these black kids at Colorado are less important than the black kids at Jack State? Because let's be honest, unfortunately, most of the kids that are playing football from our demographic still come up in single-parent homes, mm-hmm. or absent dads, or their parents are divorced. The same kids that go to Texas to HBCUs go to PWIs, right. Black kids. So he can have the same type of impact on his kids. And the last thing I'll say is I think he was good for the culture. He did great things. My only thing I hope does not happen from HBCUs is for them to all think that they got to go get a celebrity coach. Because if you flip that from my coaching background, there are tons of cats, young cats that have been busting their ass trying to make it up that totem pole, even at a black school. I'm not even talking about PWIs. I don't want them to get so enamored with the big celebrity name. Now they got to hire all these guys when all these guys have been putting in the work that deserve those jobs as well. So I don't want them to think that that's the only way to win. Because we know, I think Eddie George is at Tennessee State.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, so that's what I have to say about it. But you get no Deion slander over here. That's my dog.
I think the only thing that comes with the big names, big name coaches is just the trust and kids.
Yeah.
You know, that's like anybody. Somebody come telling you, like Rashid, you see a group, an old school car salesman come talk to you, you're gonna listen.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna pick his brain. That's like a corner, a kid that want to be a corner. He never seen Deion play in his life. But once he Google and look him up, he's like, all right, I'm going to play for Deion. Yeah. And to be honest with you, same way me growing up in the inner city and Carol City and stuff like that, man, they need to go to Colorado. You need to go somewhere different and learn something different and
change your perspective.
Yeah, exactly, and see mountains and stuff. You don't need to be hearing no gunshots and all that dumb stuff all the time. You need to go up there in the mountains. Go get cold so you can see how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's good. And them kids gonna follow him, man. They gonna go over there.
Oh yeah. Oh, he gonna kill it, man. But you know what, Swayze, you just dropped a gem right there, bro. Especially for those inner city kids that don't have any perspective outside of their bubble.
Right.
For them to go to universities like that, that's a melting pot. That's more of a of reality, what they'll see when they enter the real world. I was able to have both of those things. So in high school, where I went to school was more of a melting pot. So I had that. Then I went to an HBCU. So I got it both ways. I loved it. But for those who didn't, who come from just seeing their own people their whole life, you need to know how to act with your counterparts from other races, and PWI will help them. I ain't never thought about that.
And think about the kids that he's bringing from Jackson State to Colorado with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly. Like they would have never had a chance to play at a D1 school, but now they're going to play at a D1 school, and now they're going to be in that same environment you and Rashid was just talking about. Now you're going to have to learn how to conduct yourself in a whole different environment. You know what I'm saying? That's a life skill that you're going to have for the rest of your life.
100%. Like before I even went to junior college, bro, to be honest with you, I didn't know the difference, bro. It was embarrassing, bro. I did not know the difference from white, Spanish, all Haitian, all that stuff. I did not know the difference from that. I was like, man, you black or you this. That was it. That's like, I wonder what that, you growing up in the Carol City and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I probably was trying to be taught that, but at the time, I was probably skipping class. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to know all that, but when I got to college and started realizing, what? Oh, dang. Oh, this, oh, okay. Now you learn how to talk to people. Everybody takes things a certain way. You say one thing to somebody that's disrespectful when you say it to your other homeboy. You know what I mean? So you just learn. And I think the kids need that instead of just being 100%. Stuck at an HBCU all the time.
But then the community aspect about it is, like Demetrius said in the beginning, the crabs in the barrel, right? We complain that we don't get these opportunities. Like there are no there's not a lot of black coaches, right? We complain about that all day, and as soon as we get somebody who gets that opportunity coming from an HBCU, we trash them.
You sell out.
Yeah. So would you say, damn if you do, damn if you don't, Swayze? That's exactly what it is. Like it's a lose-lose situation. We're getting exactly what we want, what we complain about at all times, and we still find something wrong with that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No. It doesn't, man. But hopefully he'll change the perspective, man. I wish him nothing but the best. All right, man. So we're going to close it out, man. Some last closing remarks. I would love to go around and you tell each and every one of us what all you have going on, everybody out there, where they can find you, what's coming up, any business ventures, the whole 9 yards. Let us know what's going on. Tori, let's start with you, brother.
You can find me IG KingLocks38. That's KINGLOCS 38. If you need to holler at me about any real estate ventures, learn about hard money or any kind of investments, you can also holler at me on my website, Smith Taylor Projects at Gmail, SmithTaylorProjects.com. Also Smith Taylor Projects at Gmail.com. New ventures is I'm trying to get Rashid, learn a little something from him. I'm gonna holler at you about the rental car business. Shout out to you.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Demetrius, thank you, Tori. What you got going on, Demetrius? Let us know what's going on, where we can find you.
You can find me at Demetrius Styles _ I got some things going, popping off beginning of next year. I have my actual LLC, Demetrius Styles, Distinguished Gentleman Series presents. I have that page up and running now. It'll have more content on it like later, but that page is the Distinguished Gentleman Series. That's going to be brought to you with a whole bunch of community service projects that I got going on in the DMV area. I did a Thanksgiving, sponsored the family for Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a Christmas, and then next year we're gonna have something going on every month. The second week of the month on a Saturday. Of course, the fashion, anything fashion or styling, I do that as well. Style consultant in my afterlife, after my real job. You know what I mean? So you need anything style wise or whatever, just look me up. Just hit me up in the DMs, Demetrius Styles _, and I got you.
Dope. Randall, what's up, man? Let us know what's going on, where we can find you.
You can find me King Randall 31 on Instagram. It's pretty much the same across all my social media sites at this point. Everything fitness, everything lifestyle and fitness, I can help you with. If we're in the gym, you need one-on-ones. If you just need conversations, consulting, mental conversations for lifestyle based inquiries, all of that, I'll take care of it. We could do it virtually, we could do it in person. Just let me know.
Got you. Last but not least, Swayze.
Yeah, so you can find me on my regular Instagram at Swayze28. Like, let me spell it for them. You know, they be spelling it wrong. So SWASEY 28. That's my normal Instagram. But I do also have a CPR company. I teach on BLS, ACLS, advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced life support for nurse, doctors, any lay person who needs CPR. Like Randall, they have to have CPR cards and everything. So I recertify and certify people initially, and also started my own clothing company, Who Is Swayze, you know, and it's whoisswayze.com, and also have my Instagram is at Who Is Swayze. And, you know, just share a little swag with people, you know, want people to look good too. You know, there's one of my hats right here, say just vibe, you know, nice little swag with it. It's one of the shirts right here. You know what I mean? We take a polo out the box.
Right.
Not polo out with a modern day
vibes.
polo.
Dope. I'm gonna have to give me one. Play hard. That's dope. Well, all right, man. I appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck, man. I wish all you guys the best of luck. Thank you so much for joining. And as for me, I'll just be real quick. Hey, Ready to Wed. Go to the new channel, subscribe, and like to that. And me and Simone are going to be hosting the Black Ski Trip Weekend in Champion, Pennsylvania, which is not far from DC. Who drove up last year and met us there? The Date King, Corey. Corey came up last year. It's at the same spot. It's at Seven Springs Mountain Resort in Champion, Pennsylvania. You fly into Pittsburgh. All of the information is on our individual pages and the Ages and Stages IG page, and also I believe it's in the description. But yeah, Ready to Wed. Y'all check that out.
What day is that? You know?
I'm sorry, January 13th through the 16th.
Okay.
And if you register, use code Ages and Stages.
Okay.
What'd you say, Swayze?
I said I'm gonna come check you out. I'm gonna have to check you out. I gotta see the
hit me up.
See the information.
Yeah, it's real cool, man. You have a whole Rep Your City party. It's a pajama party. It's dope, man. We have a lot of fun. And I learned how to ski last year, so this year I'm trying to get up on the pro slopes.
I never did it, so I'm gonna do it. And man, my girl's supposed to do it. We're supposed to do it January, February. We're supposed to go to Colorado, so we might just come up there. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay,
now.
Hit me up. Let's make it happen. All right, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining us. It's been great. Brother. This is the Barbershop, Ages and Stages. All right, guys. I appreciate it, man.
All right, boy.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
See y'all later. Blessings.
And we're out. They got off. Yeah, it was a long time. Shit.
I think the one that was in the hotel, I think his Wi-Fi, because when he spoke, like when he did his testing, it's like I heard that sound, and then I don't know. I feel like that his wherever he was at, it was like causing that static.
Yeah, but then it got kind of a little progressively better at the end, huh? Or no, it was still bad.
A little bit.
Damn, what is an hour and a half? Sorry.
That was good conversation.
No, it was good.
Had a lot of good comments.
Yeah.
You had a lot of good feedback. The conversation was funny as fuck. But yeah, you guys got a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
Because I was watching the
Thank you.
comments.
Damn it, I meant to tell him. New episode of Agent Stages on Wednesday. Oh, well.
No. But it was good. It was a good conversation.
Cool. Ooh, shit. Hot. Goddamn.
Yes. You took your braids out.
What up, go?
Yeah.
It's
You had
good,
to,
man.
huh?
Yeah.
They were tight.
No, it was the opposite of
It
time.
was loose and nappy.
Yeah, kind of uneven.
Sorry.
But,
A little uneven.
yeah. But I know you did it with love.
I tried.
Love,
I did the best that I could.
You're right. You did the best you could. I appreciate it.
I put forth my best effort.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you got this set. This is perfect. All I gotta do is move my table.
Bing bong, baby.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
That was a good show.
Thanks, man.
Really good.
Getting in the manosphere.
The boy said, "I'll take a 6 or a 7."
I like it what you said about
no,
the
it was a
eyelash
comment
company.
where it was like, "You'll marry a 6 or a 7, but you'll cheat with a dime."
Somebody said that?
Yes. Yes. Talk about
That's
marry a
pretty
6
good
or a
right there.
7, but cheat with a dime.
Not lying.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got tops, and I do, bro. Wow, busting.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, say, man.
Y'all two guys, man.
I got to bring your ass on the men's panel. You going to shut that bitch down.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm with it, man.
You might.
When I was up here thinking, man, like,
You drunk, huh?
man, I'm more than drunk.
It's Monday.
Yeah, but yeah.
Fuck it. Live.
I got a 30-point win tonight.
Damn, y'all want my 30?
Cold ass nigga.
Cold ass nigga.
We ain't play nobody.
That don't care. It don't matter.
Shit, I value them win now. Shit, I got the old head told.
And the fact that you kicked that kid off the team today and y'all won by 30, that's in your favor. Fuck that little motherfucker.
I ain't got talks to do. Listen, y'all. I was busting good last night. Listen, I literally.
Yo, what up? Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, for real?